Okay, welcome to another stream. We are discussing life. We're filming a Mush Minute. Oh my god. What is a Mush Minute? It's where I just talk about my life. Oh yeah. Now, I don't really remember what I talked about last time. You know what? I will tell you what I was doing right now, bro. So, literally right before this, have you seen all the streaming university stuff? It's been like crazy everywhere. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is like peak. I want to go to streaming university so bad. That is like genuinely amazing. Flip, I need to like do something. I'm yapping. You know what? Wood. Wood on jaw. Okay. But point is, I saw so much. What one of your friends got you into it? Oh my god, bro! I'm like, I just love the environment. I haven't seen too much. I've just been watching like the Ludwig class. Like I was just watching like the VOD of that. And I was about to start watching the Fudging Valkyrie class, but the game is so loud. The game's so loud. The game seems so loud. It's red. What the flip? I don't know if that's too loud, but okay. Point is, it is flippin' so inspiring to me, and I'm like, whoa, streamer university, that is so cool and awesome, and I want to go to streamer university. You get to talk and you get to stream all the time, and I'm like, wow, I love streaming, and like life is so good. And when I was watching Ludwig's class, there's like a bunch of different things that was like inspiring, right? Like he talked about I don't know if you've seen it, but he talks about treating streams like they're recordings. So he was like, oh, like if rather than like streaming just to stream and doing whatever, you stream your recordings, right? And what's interesting is like obviously, well, not obviously, but I think of myself as a YouTuber first, in the sense of like, I don't be streaming that much. I kind of like quit streaming for YouTube so that I could like focus on growth and just learning and the skills of the trade. But he makes like 3 vids, and yeah, you saw them clips, not me being like so hyped. I'm like, oh my god, bro, I've been dying to like talk to somebody about it, like literally, because I was like, oh my god, it's so cool, it's so interesting, and like nobody's as hyped about it, and I'm just like, I'm so hyped. But yeah, point is, yeah, it's like, for me it's like the opposite, where it's just like I record but I don't stream, right? Like, but I want to stream. Like streaming is like what, like the reason why I started doing content in the first place. Like I just love streaming. Like I love sitting down and yapping. But then I just got in my head and like whatever, mental health went to crap. And then also it's just better to not stream for like growth. Like you want to do YouTube for growth. So that's what I was doing. Point is, the TLDR is, he was like, just like for the streamers, it's like, okay, make your streams recordings. But for me, I interpreted it like backwards, because I was like, for me, it's like make your recording streams. And so I was like, okay, well, I do like the Mush Minute thing where I kind of just yap about my life. Why don't I do that on stream? Like literally. And I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that on stream. And so I was like, okay, anytime that I'm gonna, like in my head, I'm like, okay, why don't I start taking action? And I'm like, anytime that I want to record, why don't I stream that? So like any recording, any whatever, I can just stream it, because I already record, so might as well just stream every time I record. And so yeah, this is me practicing that, because like flip, bruh, it's hashtag awesome. But yeah, I saw that, and then also like the Christmas thing of like making it like having a Christmas, like something that you can look forward to so you can grind. But honestly, recently I've been really enjoying just content a lot more. I think I'm getting more into it. I've been working on a video. See, like if I were to stream the recording, then like everybody would know. But it was oh, it's the same. I talked a little bit about it last stream, I think. But point is, I made a mod. Well, I kind of like adjusted a mod where it's a sandworm that's chasing you, and I recorded it with my friend Jacob, and we made it a video. And honestly, the recording was really messed up, because there was like a bunch. I'm like talking at like 5 times speed. You can tell I'm fudging, energetic AF. But point is, there was a bunch of recording issues. Like, like it was like actually crazy. Like his POV got messed up, and like my POV got messed up. Like there's just technical issues. But point is, I had to like Frankenstein the recording, and so that's what I've been doing. Like literally what I've been doing is just like I've been editing that, and then I had people review it so I could, yeah, that's where your seed funding stuff, yes, and I did use that seed, hashtag goat, he knows. This is why you're the goat on jaw. But yeah, flipping. I forget what I was saying. But point is that oh, I've been working on that, cause I'm in Canada right now. I'm visiting people, so it's awesome. And oh, and flipping mother flipper is letting me use this setup. You can't see it because this camera isn't working, but I'll show it like eventually. Like it's all his crap, but flipping point is that I've been grinding and I don't know, I just enjoying it a little bit more. Like before it was like kind of like it was like less of the art of it, in the sense of I don't know, I was just doing it just to do it, to like build more passion, and like that's good, and I do like that, and I think that's good. But also I'm trying to like, I don't know, like make the quality a bit better of the content, I think, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And I think it's been going good. Other than that, I'm like, ugh, this is a mush minute. I'm trying to keep like, I guess what has been of my life. Well, I went to VidCon. I mean, you know that. But yeah, I went to VidCon. That was really fun. Talked to a lot of people. VidCon, I go to VidCon every year, and VidCon this year was a lot different than VidCon last year, because VidCon last year was, I don't know, like I literally, VidCon last year it was pretty bad. I won't lie. No, it wasn't bad because of like VidCon itself. I think my mental was just down. Like I literally remember like talking to one of my friends, and like I literally started crying at this fudging restaurant. Not like super crying, but like tears are down my face. And I'm just like, flip, bro, I hate my life. Which is kind of crazy to think, because like that was just like a year ago, but I feel like, I don't know, things are a lot better now. But oh yeah, yeah, VidCon this year was like way different. I thought it was interesting. I don't know, like I'm gonna be real on Maine, but I felt like, I mean, last year, like I don't know, I just felt like this year, like people treat you differently based on their perception of you and how well you're doing. And I think some people thought that I was doing better than I actually am. Like my numbers haven't changed since last year, but people thought that they did, and I felt like I was getting treated a little differently. Like maybe I'm biased, and maybe everyone is just like whatever, but I low-key felt like they were, though. I think they thought I was cooler than I was actually. So yeah, actually last year was kind of boring. I only had an experience because my group was, yeah, that makes sense. I feel like, yeah, it itself, it's boring. It's just the people, you know. I think I had a really good time last year. It was just only like my mental was a bit down, and it's hard. Like it's hard to be at a space where it's like you're literally like separated based on how much clout you have. Like it's actually kind of insane. And I don't know, it can be really like, I don't know, it can be a breeding ground for feelings of insecurity, I think. And I don't think I had like the mental space at that point in time, but I feel like now I'm a lot better. And also, I don't know, I just feel like, who cares, you know what I mean? I felt like that's what I was kind of like, that's kind of what I learned, is like the apathy of it, of like honestly, who really cares? Of like who cares what people think, and who cares how well or bad, like I'm doing cool things, I'm getting to do cool things, and it's just like, wow, there's just so much to be grateful for. And I had that conversation with one of my friends where we were talking about gratefulness, and then they were like, yeah, there's just so much to be grateful for. So like, and also just who cares, like genuinely who cares? Like if somebody likes you, it's like whatever, like it's like nice, right? Like you prefer that. But if someone doesn't like you, if they're not like your friend, why would you care? Like if a random person hates you at a random VidCon party, does it really matter though? Like does that change your life in any meaningful way? Like it just doesn't. And so I think that like whether people like me or not, it was like, it just doesn't matter. And I felt like, and it was interesting because I felt like people were actually treating me better, and I was just like, everything is so flimsy, you know? And I don't blame anybody, because everybody's just like doing their best, and they're all trying to like network, and like, you know, like everyone wants to make their own career and like do their own thing. And like, I don't think it's anybody's fault. I think that's just how it is sometimes. It can come off a certain way, but I don't know. I think the point is that, and Ludwig kind of reiterated this as well, where he's just kind of like, at the end of the day, like the numbers themselves, oh, a flipping creeper. the numbers don't matter. Like, they genuinely don't. Like, if you, like, I mean, as long as you're, like, living, right? Like, as long as you're not starving to death, then you do you, right? And he talked about, like, do you actually want to be a streamer? And you can take it even further, like, do you actually want to be a content creator? And I just feel like, genuinely, like, he brought the example of, like, oh, if you're making, like, 40K a year, which, you know, obviously depends on where you live, but that, like, USD is pretty, like, it's not the most affluent, you know? And so if I was making 40K a year but I was streaming, I feel like I would genuinely be happy. Like, obviously I would want, like, you know, more security and more freedom, but, like, it really, because, like, he talks about, like, hey, like, if you want to make money, there's other avenues that will get there faster. If you want to be, like, I don't know, more fame, then there's avenues that will get you more there faster. But, like, streaming is, like, I don't know, it's just not the best. It's not the most efficient, you know? Like, if anything, like, it can be kind of like else. So it's like you really do it for the love of the game, because, like, 99.999% of people aren't going to get there fast, and they aren't going to be getting all these things, you know? Like, he brought out the stats of, like, oh, like, the top 1% of streamers have 20 viewers, or, like, as in, like, 20 views or more. And it's like, damn, like, that's top 1%. That means, like, 99% is getting, you know, like that's crazy. So really, it's dictated by the 0.1% and the 0.01%. So I don't know. Point is, it was just kind of like a view of, like, what do you want your life to be? And when he was talking to people, he was also talking about, like, lifestyle and kind of like, yeah, just, like, what you want your life to be. And I feel like, because, like, I talked about this before, but basically, like, after VidCon and after VidSummit, where I kind of reached a point where I was like, I hate my life, and I was kind of getting depressed. And which I feel like maybe the videos showed that low key. You see me being really sad in the Fudging Mush minutes sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like, okay, let me go to therapy. And therapy helped so much. Like, I really do feel like my mental framework is a lot different, because it kind of made me ask these questions of, like, what life do I want? Like, beyond external, what are the things that makes me happy? Like, I don't know. I mean, I know now, but, like, it was just kind of like, I don't know, just thinking of things rather than, like, the external. Like, what's the internal? Because it's, like, genuinely, like, if I can do what I love to do, then who cares? Like, if I can just, like, stream, make videos, like, I get to play games with friends, and I'm having a blast, and I'm doing cool things in Minecraft, and I'm doing, like small events, and, like, whatever, like, I'm getting to connect with people, then who really cares? Like, if I get to do all the things I want to do, then does it really matter? And obviously some things kind of take time. Like, obviously, if I want to do a big event, then it's kind of like, kind of need money, and you kind of need, like, people that want to, like, be a part of it and stuff. So, like, there's some things that are a little more, like, kept, but overall you can find a way of, like, really enjoying what you're doing in the now. And I feel like that's what I've been trying to do, and, like, continue to try and do, because, like, I mean, even today, like, I do think that I can have sometimes a bit of a negative mindset when it comes to content, but I feel like, I don't know, it's improving, you know, bit by bit. I did grind. I feel like, I don't know, I'm starting to try again. Like, I felt like there was a point in time where it was really difficult for me to try with content. Like, I don't know, like, really try, like, really give it my all, and really, like, I don't know, almost, like, believe in yourself, and, like, just put yourself out there. And I felt like, I don't know, I didn't want to put myself out there, and I was just feeling XYZ type of way, but I feel like slowly I've been kind of, like, I don't know, just, like, feeding the passion and discovering the passion again, and getting back into why I wanted to do it in the first place. And so that's what I'm doing now. Oh, flip. And I feel like I didn't know that I wanted to stream more, but I feel like I didn't really know what that looks like, because it can be difficult to just be like, okay, just stream. Like, I like having, like, I don't know, like, a concept of something to do. And when I'm like, when YouTube is my main focus, it can be difficult to like, okay, have like the mental energy to like also like plan a stream. It's like there's all these optimal things of like, okay, you post shorts, you plan a stream, and then you record a video during the stream, and you clip farm. It's like, I don't know. It can be a lot. Like, it can be overwhelming, and especially as someone who is like burnt out, getting back into it, it can be, I don't know, it can be a lot, and it's not a lot of parts of that isn't enjoyable. And so it's like, I want to enjoy it, and I want to really work hard, and so I want to focus on the parts that I really enjoy. So right now it's like making videos I really enjoy, streaming I really enjoy, and so like stuff like making shorts, I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I think as time goes on, I think I'll get more and more into it. And also there's like steps to it of like, okay, like like before this, even it's like I wasn't really streaming that much. So it's like, okay, why, like, let's like kind of like, let's baby step where it's okay, I don't even flipping know, like I'm recording videos, but I'm not necessarily streaming. Okay, so let me just like almost like habit stack it. Like, let me try to dip into as many things as I can, and then now that I am streaming, and like hopefully will continue to stream, then it's like, okay, then it's easier to like go from like, okay, I stream all my recordings, to then, okay, I stream more on my own, because then it's like you already dipped your toes in the pool. So I think I like that direction. I also just like being a little bit more YOLO of like, I'm just gonna like stream, and I think I'm just gonna try to keep my stream more to Twitch anyways, just cause like, I don't know, I don't even know, but we'll see. Maybe I'm multi-stream. It's just multi-streaming flipping annoying. I gotta say, it do be hashtag annoying, so I might just keep it to Twitch for now. But I don't know. I feel positive about the direction that everything's heading in, and I'm happy about that. Life-wise, beyond that, I mean, I kind of had a scare with my dad, just because like apparently a doctor told him that like there was gonna be like a bunch more tumors in like his like neck and his spine and stuff, but apparently they made like a mistake, because like basically he was gonna be in like a study that like that does like experimental treatment that's like way better. And so we've been like trying to get in the study for like months, and like it was like really hard, and eventually it's like, whoa, we did it, we got lucky, we got in the study. And then it was like, oh flip, now you got really bad news, and which means like, oh, you might like GG's, like your options are just very limited, and he's already like stage 4, so it's like flip, bruh. And then it was like, oh, now it's like things are worse and you're out of the study, because if we're in the study, like depending on how things roll out, I think that they can pay for a lot of it. Like, I think if they mess you up, they pay you to, they pay you to fix you back up and stuff. But either way, like the study's just like good. Like the odds of like treatment working and stuff is like experimental, but it's like everything, the prognostic of everything is looking really good. So yeah, that was a big scare. Like, it was just like, it was a sad conversation of like, flip bro, we're cooked. But then the doctor apparently just made a mistake, so it was like, JK, everything's all big and chillin'. So I was like, oh, okay, fantastic. But I do feel like, and I talked about this like years ago in like a different, not years ago, like last year or something. Back when I was talking, when I was doing like the Mush minutes before, I talked about how like my dad at one point, it was like he was in remission, which, wow, well, it feels like forever ago, not gonna lie, but yeah, he was in like remission, and I expressed how I felt like flip. It feels like it's like on, like I can't let out my breath. Like I feel like I'm holding my breath, which is bad, because like I feel like, damn, I was right in the sense of like flip. But it just can be really hard with illness, because especially with cancer, like I just feel like it goes up and down. Like it's like, okay, this is the state, and then now this is like bad news, this is good news, this is this way, this is that way. Beyond that, my dad started chemo. I don't know if I talked about this before, but I don't know. It's like hard. It's like everything's so difficult emotionally. Holy flip, bruh. Like, it can be really difficult to see your parent kind of like start to show signs of illness, because he's been diagnosed for years, but seeing it, like seeing him like lose eyelashes, lose, because he was always bald, but like lose hair in other spots, like that's so difficult. That's very emotionally like, you know, and especially after like the misdiagnosis, but like the when I thought things were going like get worse, and like we're having this conversation of like flip, like potential like hospital counseling, just because like gotta prepare in case. And it's just like, wow, it feels like there's like a big like thundercloud just there, and I can forget about it if I don't look up, but then I look up and I'm like, oh flip, it's real. And I think that I like my coping mechanism is like avoidance and compartmentalization, because I don't enjoy talking about it. Like even now I feel like I'm talking about it with a sense of distance, because if I get too like emotionally close to it, it can be like flip, bruh. But yeah, I don't know. It's like you just gotta try your best, I guess. It's like I do feel like right now I am a bit of an avoidant with my dad, and I think I need to talk to him more and reach out more and like do things more and call people more. I don't know. I do think that I don't have enough iron, but damn, I've got nothing. But yeah, I it's just difficult because you just I don't know, it's like the natural inclination of just like you just want to run away and like hope things improve, and then maybe they do, maybe they don't, and that's sad. It's sad. It feels so overwhelming. Like it feels like such an innate huge deep pain that I don't even want to touch it. It's like I don't even want to get close to it. I don't even know why I have cords up, because I have no idea where the house is. Not gonna lie, I have zero. Maybe where like, yeah, maybe where the leaves are after I just trampled among things. But yeah, it's just difficult. I just want to run. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it. But also, it's like you don't want to have regrets, and you want to be able to prepare, and you also want to give yourself grace. And it's like all these things and all these concepts, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of it. But also, I do think there's an element of like everyone at some point has to go through grief. Like everyone's gonna die someday, like all your friends and family. So it's like this is a skill that you need for life, you know? Like unless you're the one that GG's, you're gonna have to like see a lot of people die. And so knowing how to deal with grief is a skill. And so that's like good. And also like the life skill of like perspective and gratefulness and like all these things is like banger. But I don't know. At the same time, you're like, flip, bro. I don't want to deal with this. That's how I feel. I don't. Like, I don't want to be learning lessons. I want to just be living my life. I want to be ignorance is bliss. But I am grateful for the lessons. I do think it was, like, definitely is awesome and cool and epic and growing and stuff. But I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad. And the only thing I can do is try my best to reach out a little more. I think that is just the end of it. It just stinks because I feel like that's a constant thing. Like I feel like I might have even said it in a video before. I'm just like I just gotta stop avoiding. I just gotta reach out more, and like I do, and I go through periods of time where I'm like less avoidant and I reach out a lot more, and then like there's stuff like that. It's not like a consistent thing. It just can be difficult because it does feel like flip. It's this constant thing of like I gotta do more, I gotta do more, I gotta do more. And I'm just like, flip, bro, I'm already suffering. Like, why I gotta do all this as well? But also, it's like, if you don't, like, you're kind of cooking yourself a little bit, I think. But, yeah, I don't know. I do think I need to, like, it's not a one time thing, it's a process. And it's okay to have ins and outs. And I do think I need to be more understanding and also, I don't know, just have like a positive mindset of like it's okay, but also keep yourself accountable and try not to be in avoidance. Like you gotta I don't know, be aware of it. But yeah, beyond that, I don't know, I've been reading up on like passion, because I was really like, okay, how do I feed passion? And it kind of came down to like almost like a recipe. Like I read, like there's this guy specifically, I forgot his name, but he was talking about it, like the science of passion and stuff. And he says that it's frequency of contact plus positive emotions plus meaning. And so I was thinking, oh, how can I like increase meaning? And I feel like for me, that's like doing more community things. I think it's streaming more. I think it's also like I don't know. Also, just making the conscious effort of being like, hey, I did a good job. This is reflective of my values. Like, just really trying my best to connect content in a more positive light and giving it meaning. Because I do think that's good. Like just having like almost like a second of reflection of like, okay, I'm doing good. I'm making an impact. I'm doing what I want. And also like the concept of like something that was interesting that I kind of explored was like I call it leaving flowers at a gravestone, where it's like at the end of the day, if you leave flowers on a gravestone, like for someone, they're not gonna see it. you know, like it would be nice if they did. Like maybe they do. I don't know. Okay, who knows what happens at the afterlife, right? But oh my god, that scared me. We talked about the fudging afterlife, and then he flippin' makes a noise. Oh my goodness, thought I was about to visit the afterlife right there. But point is, you do the action for the action itself. It's like it's not about the other person. That's just what you want to do. Like that's what you like. You whether the person sees it or not doesn't impact like the actual result doesn't take away from the fact that you're putting it out there. So like just like or like for example like you could leave food outside like on a place for someone. I don't know. It's like yes, maybe someone ate the food, maybe someone didn't eat the food, but the fact that you put the food out there, like that's what matters. Like genuinely, that's what matters. Obviously, it's awesome when like it does impact someone, and I don't think it like takes away from it. But I feel like when it comes to like your personal thing, it's like you did that. Like that was your act of kindness. That is your reflection of your values. That's the win. Working your passion for something. I wanted to quit my job to do something more, but I don't think I have enough passion to push myself to get involved. If you're gonna be able to make it a career, well, I feel you on that. But I think part of that is you gotta believe in yourself. Like, it's like the second that you don't believe in yourself, that's the part where you kind of get stuck. Oh, flip. There's free stuff, but no iron. But I feel like you have to be delusional about stuff. Because, like, you're capable of doing anything you want. Like, even if, like, you needed, like let's say like you had to like completely do something I don't know, like imagine you want to be like the best Spanish writer but you don't even speak Spanish. It's like yeah, but in theory you can learn Spanish and you can do all these things. Like you have the potential to do anything. So it's like you can't limit yourself, and also you in your current state is good enough to do those things. Like good enough as in like maybe you don't have the skills yet, but you have what it takes to just learn. I do think that like passion is like interesting because it's both like the main, like you can't do stuff without motivation, but you also can't rely on motivation. It's like both things are true at the same time, because like people will just say like, oh, just be more disciplined, but it's like bro, well, first of all, like what, how does like how many people have just like not done things because like they're just saying like, oh, just be more disciplined. And then I've even like done research on it, like beyond that, talking about like the AMCC, which is like a part of your brain that is like allegedly like linked to like discipline, and basically the more you do stuff you don't want to do, the bigger that area of the brain gets. And so it's like a skill, right? Like it's like a literal muscle in your brain where it's like, oh, you can build like the discipline, the discipline muscle in your brain. So it's like, okay, well then in theory you can like do reps, like you can do something that you don't want to do, and like that is good and that is helpful. However, I think that a lot of the time to get you from step zero, like even that, it's like, okay, but if I don't want to do it, then like a week later I'm not necessarily going to do it. So I think you do need to rely on stuff that you want to do. Like you can't just like discipline because it'll like fizzle out. So on that, so yeah, so that my first thought is like you have to believe in yourself. Like even if you don't, you have to pretend like you do, like fake it till you make it. And then two, I think yes, like working on discipline is good. However, it's not the end all be all. Like, it's good to do things and to push yourself. However, you also, like, the easier you make things, the more likely you are to do them. So it's like, okay, if you want to work in a different, oh my goodness, stop, please, please, please stop. Oh my god. Okay, if you want to work in like a different area, right? Oh my god, I have so much iron. Okay, I'm getting distracted. But if you want to work in like a different place, what you can do is, first of all, like, you can look at what you like, what you dislike. You can look at your passions, and I think that you got to think about what you want in your life, like what you value in your life, because like there's different sacrifices that you are gonna potentially have to make. Like, for example, like, let's say you really care about stability. I actually smelted it. It's actually flipping insane. I need to, like, actually, I want to make a bigger farm. I think that's what I'll do. I'll get seeds and I'll make a bigger farm. But, okay. So step one, I think, is like figuring out what you want to do and what you want your life to look like. Because if you don't know what you want your life to look like, then how are you supposed to make decisions? Which, to be fair, things can change and that's okay. But just having an idea of like, okay, like, what's my priority? Like, for example, someone's priority could be like, okay, I want to be creative. Another's priority could be like, okay, I want money. Like, I want to be financially stable. Another one's priority could be like, I want community. I want, like, I don't know, like a specific area of like an industry. And so based on that, you start kind of like narrowing down what you want and what you prioritize. Because maybe, like, hey, like, maybe you like, you're an artist, you're a starving artist, but you really care about stability, then maybe like that's the place where it's like, yeah, maybe you do the job that you don't necessarily love because you are prioritizing, because you care about financial stability more. However, if you care about there being some sort of balance between what you like to do and like the money of it, then that's when you start making more like compromises and you start thinking a little bit more of like what you want. Because it's like, okay, like, there's a reason why you don't like the job, but there's also a reason why you're staying there or have been staying there. So it's like, can you make money in to the amount that you want? Like, maybe some people, like, they can be happy off of 40K. Some people they want 1 million, right? And so it's like, whatever your priorities are, whatever how much money you want to make, and then it's like the sacrifices, the trade-offs that you have to make for that. So it's like, okay, let's say that you want to, like, if you're okay with making 40K, then you can do a lot of things. You can do exactly what you love, and you don't necessarily have to work a lot of hours. You don't necessarily have to like work as much. I mean, like, with a lot of jobs, in theory, you have to like work a lot of hours anyways. But like, let's say you want to make $1 million, then it's like, okay, well, at the start it's going to be like a really heavy grind. So you're going to have like very little freedom, very little, like, you may not be able to like choose solely for passion. Like, you're going to have to make a lot of like trade-offs with what you like and with your time that you otherwise may not be doing when you have the flexibility of like 40K. And so once you figure out kind of like what you're okay with and what you're prioritizing, then you can choose like what position that you want, and then you start working towards that position, which I think that is like building a system. Like, I feel like I don't know if you necessarily even asked for advice, but now I'm yapping. But this is my take. This is my unasked for take. I think that the next, like, step one, figure out your priorities and what you want in life. Step two, figure out a position that fits that. Step three, make a system. So let's say that you want to be, I don't know, what's like a cool job? Let's say you want to be an executive assistant at a company. Then that could be like, okay, step one, well, you're probably going to have to work smaller assistant jobs. You're probably going to have to work at like different corporate things. Like different like company, because if it's an executive existent position, then if you want like a big company, then you're gonna want some like actual like business experience and stuff. So you're gonna have to work jobs that aren't necessarily what you want. So that's like the sacrifice, right? However, depending on how much time you're willing, because like that's another factor as well. It's like how fast do you want it, and how realistically fast can you get it? Because you can want it really, like everyone's gonna want like the shortest amount of time, but that's not necessarily realistic, right? Like if you actually want the thing, you're usually gonna have to take the longer path, unless your like discipline skill, like your AMCC is just like high. But if you're struggling with that, I would say that you probably want to think about it on oh my goodness. Okay, I should be tired. I mean, I think people are sleeping upstairs. But point is, that really scared me. I'm not gonna lie. Where the fudge did he come from? Okay, point is, you wanna like understand that it's going to take a longer time horizon, but you do want to make the journey as enjoyable as possible. So there are things that you can't control, but if this really is the position that you want, then in theory there would be a balance of passion, like stuff that you are interested in. So you want to like milk everything that you like, and you want to minimize what you dislike. And even the things that you dislike, you want to like try to like paint like a big picture of it. So it's hard for me to do an executive assistant, so I don't know, but I guess I'll use like content creation as an example, just because like I feel like I understand that a little bit more. But okay, so like for example, for me, I feel like it was like, okay, I want to be a content creator, and I feel like I have to do all these things. I have to make shorts, I have to like stream, because I feel like I'm having to wait on others to get into the position I want to be. Oh, that's interesting. So it's like you're already at like a pre-existing company, right? And then like potentially for whatever XYZ reason, you aren't being like promoted or moved to the position that you want to be. That is really difficult because that's like low-key out of your control. However, what you can do is make it unreasonable for them to not put you in that position. Like if you were the best in the world of that position, like again, like let's say it's an executive assistant, like let's say you work at Amazon and you are just like a regular assistant, like you're not like at the top, you're just like, I don't know, you're either an assistant or like in some type of business role that is like lower, but you want to get to the top. So how do you get there? Well, potentially you might not even like you may want to like try to work your way up, but sometimes that's too slow. Like sometimes trying to like go up the ladder in that way, it's a lot harder, especially if it's a big company or there's like big factors. But realistically, you want to be the best at what you do, or like really good, because that makes it like that's the thing that you can control, that would make it so that you can get to that position. And so sometimes that may mean like leaving, like either A, getting really good within the company in a way that they can't ignore, or B, you build up your repertoire by like if it was an executive assistant role, then it's like, okay, you work at Amazon, you get some business experience there. Then I don't know, you get an executive assistant position in a smaller firm, or a bigger role, but a small, like it's like you kind of have to like play almost like these resume games where you're building up your portfolio and more importantly like your skills, so that you really are better, so that you can get to where you want to be. And also I think about it's about having flexibility as well, of like for example, a lot of people dream of working for a specific company. I think being open, because if you like tie yourself to like one specific company, like yeah, like that might work or that might not work, but then in the journey, like if you need to like, I don't know, switch around companies for a while, that's gonna suck if you really are only attached to one company. Because it's like, let's say you work at Petco but you want to work at Google. It's like, flip bro, I'm an executive assistant at Petco, but this sucks, it has nothing to do with what I want. So then that stinks. But if you make it more about, I don't know, it's like, what do you like about the position? What do you like about the company? You can probably find a company that has like that similar traits to what you like. And so it's like, okay, well then try to like find companies that are more similar to that and being more open to that. Like, I don't know. I think that's what I would say. Like, I don't think discipline is ever truly the problem, because discipline, like that's like the catch-all. It's like I don't know, like you can always say like, hey, you know, like, okay, if I was taller then I'd be better at basketball, But it's like, okay, but like how realistic is it to like become taller? Like, yeah, some people can do it. Like, some people grow, but some people don't. And like, okay, let's say something like within your control. Like, okay, like in theory, I could practice basketball like 20 hours a day. I could sleep 4 hours a day. But then, like, is that realistic? You know, like in theory, you could do it, but the in theory doesn't work. The reality works. And so for me, I think discipline, just saying like, hey, relying on discipline alone, I don't think it gets you very far. But if you're relying on like systems and like things that you're already like naturally inclined to like whatever makes you feel like rewarded and happy, and like the ways, like literally writing out like, hey, what would make this as enjoyable as possible, and then trying to put yourself in like those things, and also like, hey, what would make like the pain like also the most enjoyable possible. Like, hey, maybe that means is like framing the pain as like, hey, I'm getting my stats up, like, oh, I'm like grinding, I'm someone that's hardworking, this is my value. Like, it's like the framing. Maybe you get like like, this is so tailored to me, but maybe you get a smoothie or something like after, so it's like a reward. Maybe you get a sticker. Like, all those things make the pain or like the work or the etc suffering more bearable, and then also finding out what makes the work more enjoyable. And then, yeah, and then just having like a system that helps keep you accountable, because you do want like a system of like, hey, like, you don't want to be like walking around aimlessly like me on jaw, because I need food. But you want to have a system of tracking progress in some way, and you do want to like, can I eat this, can I cook this? No. But yeah, you do want like a way to keep track of progress, reward yourself, and also keep yourself accountable. Like, also, I think something important about like this whole conversation is that you can't judge yourself. You can evaluate yourself, but you can't judge yourself, because judging yourself is like, it's like in therapy they talk about like the classroom versus the courtroom of the mind. So the classroom is like, oh, hey, like let's say I didn't go to the gym today, right? The judgment thought would be like, wow, I'm so unhealthy, I'm so lazy, I'm so terrible, like XYZ. It's like judgment. Versus like evaluating would be more like, I didn't go to the gym today. Why? Okay, like, I don't have workout clothes. Okay, well then I could buy workout clothes. Oh, I didn't want to go. Okay, well, how can we make it so that it's more likely for you to want to go? Maybe you need cute workout clothes. Maybe, or maybe you forgot. It's like, okay, we'll set an alarm. It's like, when you think of it that way, then the problem isn't you. The problem is the system. And that's awesome, because you can change the system. Versus if you put it on yourself, we fall back to like the original problem that I was talking about, where you don't believe in yourself, and so it becomes like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Oh flip, oh flip. I feel like I'm talking so fast. But yeah, I think that is important. Like, you want to make sure that you're not judging yourself. Because when you say, hey, I'm not disciplined enough, I'm too lazy, I'm too whatever, then, well, one, that's not helpful. Two, it makes you feel worse and, in my opinion, less likely to do the thing. Because if you keep, like, let's say you go to the gym, okay, and every single time you go to the gym, you punish yourself, or like even the thought, like you think about going to the gym, and it's like, oh, you're like, flip, I should have gone today, I didn't go today. Oh, flip, like, and you feel bad, so you beat yourself up, and then your brain associates the gym with negative emotions because you just beat yourself up. So then the next time that you think like, hey, I should go to the gym, it's like more likely for it to cause pain. And so it makes it less likely that you're going to want to go, because suddenly the gym isn't a happy place. Instead, it's like this obligation. It's this big thing that represents your failure. And that's bad. That's when like you need to get you need to fix the negative connotation. Because in my opinion, the best way to get anyone to do anything, right, is for them to want to do the thing. So it's like, how do I want to do the thing? And that's usually through positive reinforcement. Obviously, negative reinforcement can work. For me, I found that like it doesn't really work for me. And also, I think at the end of the day, like, it's not like everyone solely works on negative reinforcement. Usually it's like a mix. But I have found, for me personally, I think positive reinforcement works better. And you can keep yourself accountable, but like, yeah, it just has to be different. But yeah. And I feel like that's funny because like all of these conversations kind of mirror what I've been through, and like what I don't know, obviously these are my thoughts and so they're biased through my own experience, but I do believe in what I'm saying because I do feel like I've seen the difference. I don't know. And obviously like I keep building proof and evidence, and like I'll keep going, but I do think that like when you make things enjoyable to do, it's a lot easier to do them. But yeah, I would also just say again to just make the goal stuff that you can control, because you can't control things out of your control, obviously. But people often put their, and even like I do this a lot where I have to kind of catch myself, but putting yourself, like it's like setting your goals on external factors of like for example, like let's say my goal is to record with somebody but they cancel on me. My goal, then I wasn't able to achieve my goal, but it wasn't up to me. Like that wasn't in my control because someone else canceled, and if the recording is with them, then it's like, oh flip. But then did I fail at my goal? I feel like no. Like in my opinion, it's like the goal could be I just need to try my best. Like I need to do my part. Like I show up to the recording. Like I send the message. Like that way it's like the goal is within my control. Cuz then I don't necessarily, like no matter what happens externally, I can try. And so I still like can achieve my goal, and I think that's banger. But if you're like constantly kind of like almost like held back by external factors, it's like, okay, what's within your control? Let's think about that and let's make that the goal. Because then that way you can always make progress and you can always kind of go where you want to go. I think that's my take. But yeah, TLDR, I'd rely on positive reinforcement. That's what I think. I think that's what gets you anywhere and everywhere. Oh yeah, I'm kind of going in circles. I don't even know what to do. But funnily enough, I feel like that conversation kind of hit on a lot of the stuff that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if I need to talk about anything else. I mean, I'm excited. I'm hype about content right now. I feel happy. There's still a lot of mental habits that I'm working on, but I don't know. Just trying my best, trying to keep a positive attitude. I'm still learning how to make my system work for me, how to make habits that stay, how to make, mini habits. Recently, I do travel a lot. So I've been working on doing travel size habits of like travel versions. So it's like, okay, like if my habit is to like, for example, watch a video every day, but let's say I'm traveling a lot and I don't know, I went to like a gathering and I'm tired and I don't want to do it, then the travel version, because that's like maybe you're busy, you're traveling, so it's like you're either too drained or you're too like, it's like different circumstances. And so maybe the travel version is like writing a sentence. Like that's what it was for me. It was like making a travel version. So it's like I'm still keeping up the habit, it's just the travel version. And so that I think that's recently what I've been doing. But I don't know. I think that kind of covers everything for now. Those are my updates. Those are my thoughts. I'm excited. I'm happy, and I'm still working on keeping. Yay! W therapist life coach Mush, bro. I don't know about all that. I tried my best. I hope some of it was helpful. Lol W stream. Thanks, goat. Holy flip. Damn, my flipping throat hurts from yapping, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Holy yapper on jaw. But that's the stream. Thank you for watching the stream. I really appreciate it. And, we'll catch up soon. I am going to be editing the video, the Samurai video. So hopefully I'm going to try to make it really good. And hopefully it'll be out soon. And you'll see it. And you can tell me what you think. Hopefully you like it. I'm trying, I'm grinding. But yeah, I hope you guys are good. I hope your lives are fantastic. I always say this, but I'm gonna try to stream more. I'm trying to do it in a way that works for me. Okay, I'm trying. Yeah. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.